In this video, we are going to talk about multiplication, and we are going to talk about the standard algorithm versus the array method. So again, we're going to talk about the standard algorithm of multiplication versus the array method of multiplication. And so we're going to start with a 2-digit by a 1-digit number. So for instance, we'll start with something like 73. One moment. We'll start with, say, 73 times 6. Okay, so 73 times 6. When we're doing this, so the first thing that we do in the, so again, I'll put 73 times 6. The array method is when we actually break these up into boxes, because all multiplication can be represented by arrays. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to have boxes. And we'll put the 73 across the top. So we're doing multiplication. And we're going to take the 73 and we're going to write it in expanded form. So that means taking your place value. So for instance, we have 70 plus 3 equals 73. And on the side, we're multiplying all of that by 6. If this was a bigger number, we would also write that in expanded form. But right now, we're just doing the 73 in expanded form. Right at the plus sign, you're going to draw a line down in your box. And inside so the first step is to do your ones digit. So we'll look over here and we'll do 6 times 3 would be the answer for this box, which would be 18. The way this works in the standard algorithm method is we say that's also 18, but we put an 8 down here and we carry the 1 up above. In the array method, the next step for both of these is to multiply the tens digit by the ones digit on the bottom by the tens digit on top. So that it's 6 times 7, or 6 times 70. So let's put in this box, this would be 6 times 70. So 6 times 70 would be 6 times 7, and then you add a 0 at the end. Or 6 times 7, so 442. But since it's 6 times 70, it's really 420. In the standard algorithm method, they do 6 times 7 is 42. Since you're already in the tens place, they would write 42 here. Since you have this 1 up here, you have to add it. So our answer, you have to add the 1. So our answer here is 43. That comes from 6 times 7 plus 1. Over here, we still have another step to do. So this would be 420, we're going to add these together. 420 plus 18. We're adding the products of the boxes together, and we can still come up with the same answer as the standard algorithm method. Is 438. So you can use the array method if you don't understand the standard algorithm method, and it will make things a lot easier for you. All right, let's take this now, and we're going to we will do the same method, but let's do a 2-digit by a 2-digit number. So let's take, say, 56 times 78. Again, 56 times 78. All right, so let's start with the array model, and in this one we're going to put the top number on the top. We're going to again put it in boxes. We're doing multiplication, and we're going to take 56 and we're going to break that, we're going to write that in expanded form. So that means 50 plus 6. 50 plus 6 is 56. We're multiplying that by 78. We'll write that in expanded form. So that's 70 plus 8. I'm going to draw out the rest of my boxes here. Right where the addition sign is, we would make little lines. Now, usually the 6, if you're actually doing it on graph paper, you could actually draw the 78 and the 56, and in that case, this 56 would be a lot smaller. So, let me go here and let's get rid of this. So, or let me go to eraser tool, that's even better. It would be a lot smaller. It would be even something like that small, but I do need a little bit of space for my, there we go. We need a little bit of space for our multiplication. So we'll draw it out a little, there we go, a little bit more. So again, it would be a lot smaller normally on graph paper. Okay, so we have, the first step is to do the 8 times the 6. So that's the first step. Down here, that's in this box. We have 8, which I got from the side, times 6, which I got from the top, and our answer is 48. I think I'm going to put a little yellow in this box just to show you that's our first step that matches in the standard algorithm as well. So that in the standard algorithm would be 48, and we put our 8 down here, and in this case we carry the 4. Now we're going to do, our next step is to do the, in here would be 8 times the 5 plus the 4. Over in our array method, we'll do, it's really this, it's the 5 is really 50. So we do 8 from the side times 50, which equals 400, because 8 times 5 is 40, 8 times 50 is 400. Now, over here in the standard algorithm, it's 8 times 5, or 8 times 50 plus 4. So here it would be 44. Now, notice that they got all together, if I added these two together on the array method, it would be 448. So again, you can see where both of those come from. We're still not done because we still have to look at the tens column on the bottom number. So, and the next thing that we do usually in standard algorithm is look at the 7 times 6. In the array method, we're looking at 70 times 6. And 70 times 6 is 420. 7 times 6 is 42. 70 times 6 is 420. Over here, traditionally, some people might have been told to put an X in this spot. I have to put a 0. It doesn't matter as long as you know that's a placeholder. The 0 really helps because when you look at what it represents, what it means, there's nothing there. So here in the standard algorithm method, we say 7 times 6 is 42. We put a 2 down there and we carry the 4. All right, our last step is to do this, the 7 times 5 and then add the 4 in standard algorithm. And here we would do 70, the array method, times 50, 70 from the side, 50 from the top, and our answer would be 3,500. 7 times 5 is 35. 70 times 5 would be 350. 70 times 50 is 3,500. And in our standard algorithm, we have 7 times 5 or 70 times 50, but 7 times 5 is 35 plus 4 is 39. At the end of this, since we don't have anything else to multiply, we're going to add those together. Over on this side, we would add these together as well. So these would be 3,500 plus 4. So again, this would be 3,500 plus 420. And for this one, we get 3,920. Ooh, I'm going to have to, and that's right here, 3,000. Oh, let me erase that a little bit. Okay, let's write this again. 3,920. And that is the same number as is in the green underneath the array method. Now I am going to rewrite, I am going to go to erase. I'm going to rewrite this 448 only because I need to line up my ones digit. I need to line up all my numbers in order to add them together. So again, this was adding the 400 plus the 48, the 400 plus the 48, and I get 448. Ooh, that doesn't look good. Let me just change the size of that. $448. Okay, so these numbers are the same in both the standard algorithm method and the array method. They're just one's on top of, they're just in different places. One's on top and one's on bottom. So you should end up with the same answer over here you end up with 4,368. And over here, again, you end up with 4,368. All right, so that's the difference between standard algorithm and array method of multiplication. Please continue to watch my videos. In the next video, I will be talking about division. Thank you.